Hello, my name is Dr. Bobby Sura. I'm a psychologist and psychotherapist based in the UK. I'm speaking to you from Solihull Wellbeing Clinic, and this is the seventh in my series of video blogs during the period of COVID-19. Today I want to talk about adjustment to change. We are in an unprecedented period of change, and it feels very uncertain. Things are very unpredictable. There are so many doubts and worries about the future. And whenever there is unpredictability or uncertainty, the mind has an uncanny ability to fill in the gaps through fantasizing, through catastrophizing, through thinking about worst case scenarios. Sometimes that's rooted in how we've experienced change in the past. Sometimes it's a product of our coping style and our resilience. But regardless of why this may be, it has a profound impact. It can affect our emotions, the way that we feel. It can affect our cognitive function, our ability to think clearly, to concentrate, to attend to whatever we're doing. It can affect us physiologically. We don't have the same appetite. We may not be sleeping well. Even our relationships can suffer. Perhaps we're not communicating openly. Perhaps we withdraw into ourselves. Perhaps we become preoccupied with our own needs and we stop being empathic and considerate about others. These are all the fallouts, the possible side effects, the possible outcomes of being anxious and worried. But if we change our way of thinking, if we adjust our relationship to change, things can feel different. Think about it for a moment. You and I are a product of nature. We are not that dissimilar to the oceans, to the mountains, to the skies, to the valleys, to the trees, to the plants, to the animals that populate this earth. We are not so disconnected. Maybe we can learn something from nature. Maybe there is something that is meant, something that is supposed to be experienced, something that is supposed to serve us through the changes that are happening. And even if there aren't, developing a mindset where that is possible changes our relationship fundamentally. And that change in the way we think about change can have a remarkable impact upon us. Fear can change into hope. Dreaded anticipation can become possibility. Uncertainty can become a kind of curiosity, a kind of openness to what might be. Think about the flow of water. It doesn't matter what obstacle comes in the way of water. A rock, a tree trunk. As a river is flowing, it will always find a way through. If it can't go underneath, it will go over it. If it can't go over it, it will go around it. And in the passage of time, water will even flow through solid objects. It may take years, it may take decades, but eventually water will find a way. Just think about if we could be as subtle and fluid as water, if we could have that degree of dynamism about us, nothing could stand in our way. Change would be happening. There would be a flow process taking place, but we would be journeying and enjoying that journey along the way. Whenever we have to face change, there's a few things that we can do. First of all, just consider that the thoughts that you're having, are they disproportionate? Are they really out of sync? Are they an over-exaggeration of the worst case scenario? Secondly, think about what would happen if you didn't change? What would happen if things stayed exactly the same? There can be comforts within that, but also it can become very stale, stagnant and boring. The third thing that you can do is think about how this change might actually benefit you. What might be the hidden outcomes that part of you may actually prefer? And another thing that you can do is think about how will you negotiate some of the problems that come with change? Because as the old saying goes, if we fail to prepare, then we prepare to fail. So I hope that's been an interesting way of thinking about change and transition. But now I would like you to join in a meditation with me that will strengthen you, that will give you the resources you need to get through. If you're ready, put your hands on your laps, close your eyes, breathe calmly, and follow my words. With every breath, feel that you are reaching a deeper and deeper state of calm, of equipoise. Feel for a moment that you are vast and wide, like the ocean. Now imagine that on a sunny day, you are being energized by the rays of sunshine. You are rising from the ocean as vapor, soft, swirling, moving upwards. And the more you move upwards, the larger your sense of perspective becomes, until eventually you reach the heights and you merge with other vapor to become clouds. Feel that you are floating across the earth, moving gently on the breeze, feeling the warmth of the sun above you, and witnessing the majesty of the world below you. But now something happens, another change. The pressure in the air lowers, and you start to find yourself becoming water again. You are raining. You are now raining down from the sky in beautiful patterns, in slopes, falling down towards the earth, but knowing that you will be caught in the soft embrace of the ground before you. And now you become a stream. You are flowing as water, meandering through rocky mountainside. And before you know it, some of your brethren, some of the water molecules that you used to exist with and alongside, start to merge with you from other streams. And now those streams coalesce to become a river. And that river moves forward, moving down the mountainside, being drawn magnetically towards the ocean from where it started its whole journey of becoming. And now feel that as water you are rejoining the ocean, your home, the place where you first began. And as you join with the ocean, nobody calls you vapor, nobody calls you clouds, nobody calls you rain, nobody calls you streams or rivers. Now you are referred to as the ocean. And as you reflect upon this, you realize that if you had clung on to your previous form, if you had rigidly stuck to the way that you were, you could not have gone through that journey. You could not have had all the experiences that you had. You could not have served in all the different dimensions and aspects that that journey allowed. And now reflect upon these penetrating words of Lao Tzu, an ancient Chinese sage who says that birth All beings are born soft and supple. At death they are stiff and hard. All plants are born pliant and tender. At death they are brittle and dry. When we are inflexible and rigid, we consort with death. When we are dynamic and fluid, we consort with life. I wish you well. Thank you for listening.